And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of A Week Around the Nest. We're your hosts. I'm Sam Montag, joined alongside Daniel Botolino.
The Harborhawks got off to a hot start this season, beginning 2-0 with a Wareham victory 7-2 on opening day, and then they beat Harwich 4-1 in the home opener.
That's right. The Hawks got off to the fastest start possible, 2-0, like Daniel said, for the third season in a row, and no one was making the most out of their opportunities more than Jake Schaffner. The NDSU, soon-to-be Tar Heel commit, really put on a performance with every opportunity that he got, but it really did come at a strange opening. Graham Nash has more.
Thanks so much, guys. Graham Nash here with Jake Schaffner. Jake, you had what you might consider an unexpected start to the season, but you jumped in and didn't even miss a beat. What has helped you get off to such a strong offensive start?
Yeah, I think just getting so many ABs for my college team really helped me out seeing different pitches and just getting that many ABs.
The team as a whole has gotten off to a great start. How have you guys gelled so well together and so quickly?
I know they're all great guys here, all fun to play with, great dudes to hang out with.
Have you done any fun team activities together yet?
Yeah, we had a team lunch today, and that was pretty fun. Got to talk at the NAC, great spot, and got to talk, chat it up a little bit. So yeah, it was very fun.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jake.
Thank you.
Guys?
Thanks, Graham. You can really tell the players are playing for each other and not just themselves, even though some of them just met a few weeks ago.
That's right. From their many day ones, each Harbor Hawk player has really been coming in and making the most out of their situations, getting along with the teammates as soon as possible, and you're seeing those positive results come out on the field with their impressive record.
And it's not just the players that are contributing, it's the coaches as well. One of those coaches being Rich Aglaniano, who Gio Collado had a chance to catch up with earlier.
Welcome you fieldside here at Veterans Field in Chatham. Giovanni Collada with Coach Rich Cogliano, the bench coach for the Hyannis Harborhawks, ahead of Chatham and Hyannis. Coach, a big theme in the Cape Cod Baseball League is that so many different players will come from all over the country and the world to play summer baseball here on Cape Cod. What is the key part of making a team gel early on in the season?
Well, that's basically my job as bench coach, is kind of make sure everyone's talking, meeting each other, chirping up during the game in unison, so they all kind of get that familiarization is a better word. But yeah, it's very important that you do that as soon as you can. Listen, they're all kids. It takes a minute, but we have a great group of kids this year, and they've really come together off the field too.
What are some of the ways in which you're able to capture that cohesion early in the season?
I threaten them. No, you just put them in situations where they have to communicate with each other. You know, basically drills, have them talking during drills, have them talking during BP behind the turtle, and then give them time in the dugout just to chat. Where are you from? Are you in the portal? You know what I mean? And then they get to know each other, and it's very quickly, within a day or two, they form groups, and then they kind of come together. It's great.
How has this year's group specifically done that well, as you alluded to?
Last year we had a lot of turnover, it seems, so it was a little bit more difficult. But this year, just right away, the kids who are going to be here for a while all know, and it's been a little bit easier this year with this group. Maybe they're friendlier. They might be friendlier than last year, I don't know.
I'd hope that both groups will be friendly, as many of the teams are. And Coach, with a season as long as 40 games, obviously roster fluctuations are not few and far between. They're very, very common. Right. How do you deal with it then when guys are constantly moving in and out?
Well, the first thing you have to do is the people that come from the World Series, you have to shrink their head down a little bit, because they're kind of full of themselves from playing in that. So you get them back into the team atmosphere. I mean, they're used to just being with their teammates they've been with all year. And they've either had a great time out there and won, or they come back all depressed that they didn't. So again, same thing. You put them in situations where they have to communicate with their teammates in practice and on the bus, and these kids know how special it is to be here, and they react accordingly.
Special indeed. It's a Harbor Hawk team that is gelled early. A 2-1 record atop the West Division entering tonight's game. Thank you.
Thanks, Gio. That's right. And with someone like Coach Cogliano in the dugout, it really is impossible for these Harbor Hawks to feel anything except that home environment when they're here in Hyannis.
They've really become a community and really worked together well as the season's gotten off to this positive start.
Speaking of positive starts, we had a couple of very impressive plays throughout the week. So let's toss it over to Graham Nash and Giovanni Collado as they lead us in a brand new segment with the top 3 plays of the week.
thanks guys, and welcome to the inaugural Best of the Nest, a new segment where we're going to pick 3 plays every week of the Cape Cod Baseball League season to show you the highlights of the Harbor Hawks. Welcome folks, I'm Giovanni Collada here with fellow broadcaster Graham Nash. Graham, we had an action-packed week, first one of the Cape Cod Baseball League summer in 2025. Tough to pick just 3 plays.
That's right, Gio, but we've got some really good ones to start off this show with. And first, we're going to begin with the long ball. Start with Andrew Williamson, who hit a home run in the home opener against Harwich. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Hyannis leads 2-0 with a 3-1 count. Williamson absolutely cracks one. Deepest part of the yard, down right field. He had 13 home runs to lead UCF. And with that swing of the bat, he led Hyannis, was inches away from another home run at Chatham. Didn't quite get that one to go, but still a great first swing, great first home run of the season for Andrew Williamson.
Well, you'd be hard-pressed to leave a fastball middle to Andrew Williamson, as we saw there, Graham. But how about a fastball out of the hand of Ryan Speciak that sent a game to extra innings in Chatham on Tuesday? Tight spot in the bottom of the 9th, and he did his work. Big spot at Veterans Field, bottom of the 9th, trying to send it to extras against Jake Hanley, the lefty. Speciak paints the inner corner with a fastball, and Hyannis would bring across one more in the 10th, so did Chatham, and there's your first tie of the summer.
It's another great play, Gio. We've got another good one from another road trip. This time, Hyannis took the trip to Bourne, and Chris Rembert, the second baseman, made a phenomenal play. Check this out. Rembert with the backhand at second base in the bottom of the 4th and gets it to skip in time. A great play from the second baseman. Hyannis was leading 4-1 at that point. That was the last out of the inning, so it came in a big spot.
It sure did. Rembert's delivered across all levels, folks, and that is the Best of the Nest for Week 1 of the Cape Cod Baseball League season. Stay tuned for next week to see which 3 plays make the Best of the Nest. Graham Nash, Giovanni Collada, sending it back to Sam Montag and Daniel Botolino.
Thanks, guys. That Chatham game was great, and the bullpen really held it down and let the Harbor Hawks have a chance to get back in it.
The bullpen has been excellent for the Harbor Hawks this year, and the pitching staff in its totality has really been impressive and such an asset for Coach Carricker this year.
Yeah, our Max Schwartzberg had a chance to talk a little bit more about that bullpen success.
Thanks, guys. The Hyannis bullpen has already been paying dividends for manager Mitch Carricker in the early going of the 2025 season. In long relief in a pinch, they've been posting a strikeouts per 9 north of 9. It's been so impressive to see how Mitch Carricker has leaned on arms in long relief. Eric Hoffberg, Santi Garcia, Ryan Speciak have all shined so far in the early goings in the CCBL season. And let's not forget how dominant the starting pitching has been as well, posting a strikeouts per 9 above 9, as well as the bullpen. It's been dominant, it's been deliberate, it's been dialed, and Mitch Carricker has a lot of weapons. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Max. The pitching has been dominant all week long, and it's showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
Absolutely. And coming back and being so early into the season, it's great to see the pitching get going, but also the atmosphere start to build here in McKeon Park as the community comes together around this team.
Absolutely. The entire town of Hyannis has really come out to support the Hawks as they do every season, and it has been impressive to say the least. From free ice cream at Kilwins for every home run hit at McKeon Park to packed houses night after night, the entire community is getting behind this Harbor Hawks team, and it shows in the record.
They're the ones that make it possible, and we know the players feel it as well.
100%. It really is the community that makes us who we are as a Harbor Hawks family, and we cannot wait for the rest of the season to get underway. Well, that'll do it for episode 1 of A Week Around the Nest. We thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Sam Montag, joined alongside Daniel Botolino, and we'll see you next week.